How's it going, everyone? My name is Lionel, and welcome to Whispers Through the Wall. If you guys recognize the art style, it's because this was made by the same developer as Reflections, which is another visual novel which I played quite a while back. And yeah, this is actually their submission for last year's winter visual novel jam. So hey, let's get right into it, shall we? No. Please. Stop! I throw my hands forward and toss away the heavy bedding. The blanket clings relentlessly to my legs, and I fight to untangle them as I slide off the mattress. Stumbling sideways, I nearly crash onto the floor. As I struggle to regain my balance, cold air floods my lungs. Oh, poo. My shoulders slam into the bedroom wall with a thud. I wince as I steady myself against it, and my heart races out of control. It thrums in my neck like the wings of a hummingbird. I sigh as I shake my head. My dreaming mind reluctantly adjusts to reality, and I step away from the wall. Again? I reflexively clench my fists. As I release, the trembling in my fingers begins to settle. Come on, you're awake now. You're okay. You're safe. It's just a dream. One can never tell. Imageless. Marked by a sense of dread and urgency. That I need to get away. As I take practiced breaths, my nose stings in the bitter cold. The temperature drops suddenly. Guess I didn't bother to check the weather report. What's the point when you're not going anywhere? I glimpse towards my plants and feel a twinge of guilt pulling at my chest. The cold can't be good for the health. Sorry, ladies. I should be more careful. They seem fine, but who knows if they'll be alright. I give my head another shake and try to avoid focusing on the negatives. I look towards the window. Maybe there's snow? I miss winter. My toes tingle in protest as I step out onto the cold stone of the balcony. The usual bustle of the city streets is restrained at this hour. Street lights and shop signs cast a dim golden glow across the sidewalks. The occasional pedestrian crosses the street, all bundled up in heavy coats. It's definitely below freezing. Despite the sting, I welcome the sensation. It reminds me of home. Family traditions play through my mind, more vivid and colorful than the world around me. Snowball fights, sledding, hot chocolate, mom's sweet laugh, dad's warm smile. I close my eyes and imagine my parents' living room. For a moment, I try to convince myself that I'm there with them. I can't help but whisper into the emptiness of the evening air. I miss you. I inhale deeply, but a strange smell interrupts my half-hearted visualization. Is that evening? What are you doing on my balcony? I draw in a sharp breath and I feel my shoulders stiffen. The balcony next to mine is occupied. I think he said hello? I blurt out the first reply that crosses my mind. I'm sorry. I exhale the words in a rush. He shoots me an inquisitive glance as a grin tugs at his lips. For what? I didn't know you were there. I was having a moment. I didn't know you were there. I wouldn't have been thinking out loud if I knew you were. He shrugs casually. Well, I did wave. You seemed distracted by the city before you closed your eyes. I didn't want to interrupt you taking in the sights. Oh, it seems we're neighbors. I haven't had a chance to meet you in the hall yet. My name is Jamie. It's nice to meet you. I can't help but smile at his formality. He's polite. I'm Maria. He smiles back. Hi. Hello. Unsure of what to say next, I pause. And so does Jamie. I can't help but giggle at the bumpy introduction. His smile grows and he chuckles along with me. I'm sorry about listening in. Should have said hello earlier. I purse my lips. Can we pretend that never happened? Jamie nods eagerly. It's done. So, what are you doing up at this hour? I pause in consideration. Never actually checked the time before stepping outside. Oh gosh. I guess I'm getting some fresh air. It's a nice night. I figured I could use some fresh air. Jamie glances towards the cigarette in his hand. Sorry. I thought moving from the ground floor would help me avoid these kinds of situations. He sounds guilty. Almost sad to admit it. Although I hate the smell, I decide to just ignore it for now. Please, don't worry about it. You're sweet. He glances away and looks towards the city streets. He really is ashamed. I do my best to change the subject. So you were on the first floor? Until last month. I put my name in for a higher floor. The noise down there was constant. I couldn't sleep. I nod my head in understanding. That sucks. I've had my share of sleepless nights too. Jamie raises an eyebrow in curiosity. Bad dreams? I'm taken aback, but I do my best not to show it. That was a lucky guess. I lean away from the railing and cross my arms over my chest, fighting the urge to shiver. How'd you know? Jamie glances down at my bare feet. His eyes widen as he meets my gaze again. You must be freezing. I shake my head as my teeth begin to chatter. Don't worry. I'm fine. You're not. As if on cue, the light dusting off the first snow begins to fall. Look, I love to stay out here, but winter's not going anywhere. Would you meet up with me tomorrow? Around noon? I struggle to respond, surprised by his forwardness. I don't have any plans. He grins, clearly not feeling the same awkwardness that I'm drowning in. This is going to sound strange, but his tone shifts. Is he nervous? Sit across from the closet in your front hallway. I'll meet you. Oh, what? His cool demeanor returns as quickly as it faltered. I hope to see you there. Before I can say another word, he drops his cigarette into the ashtray on his balcony and steps inside. Okay then. I step inside and close the balcony doors behind me, diving for my guilt. As I hug my pillow close, my head swirls with a constant question. What was that? I sit facing the hallway closet, just like he asked. I drum my fingers against the hardwood floor while I wait. An old habit from the days when I practiced piano. My thoughts escape my mind. Why here? I begin to worry that he'll come to my front door. Would I let him in? I don't even know him. My heart startles into a racing pace. That knock. It didn't come from the hallway. Hello? His voice carries freely through my apartment, as if he was sitting right next to me. What the? I look towards the door, but there's no shadow cast under the frame. He isn't out there. Where are you? Down here. What do you mean down where? Down where? I peer to my right and spot a vent in the wall. I lay down closer and look to the other side. Is he there? Oh, that is kind of creepy, but kind of hot too. As I glimpse through the bars, I see JB looking back at me. Hey, this is pretty ingenious. I squint at Jamie, trying to discern his expression. You're too pretty! Stop! No! Hi there. I feel the sudden closeness of his face to my own, despite the wall between us. I'm tempted to move away, but I'm worried that he'd ask why. How'd you think this up? Jamie chuckles to himself for a moment. Well, this isn't the first time I've heard you through the walls. My heart shudders uncomfortably. You mean? I can't bring myself to finish this sentence. Overwhelming embarrassment constricts my throat. I might have caught a stray thought or two. I cover my face in horror. No! Don't feel bad. I talk to myself too. But I'm quieter. I can't help but roll my eyes. I'm going to board up this stupid thing. It probably won't do you any good. The walls are thin. I sigh in frustration. Yeah, you're right. So if we ever had our fun times together, like, the neighbors would definitely hear us. But isn't this great? Now we can hang out in the comfort of our own homes. You don't have to freeze to death. I feel a smile pulling at the edge of my lips, despite fighting it. He's sweet. I'll give him that. I'd have reservations about getting into a stranger's apartment or letting one into mine. I realize I've waited too long to reply and nearly forgotten what he just said. I find myself scrambling to reply. This is really creative. I have a terrible habit of starting a sentence with no direction. I see a smile grow with just a touch. I was hoping to strike a balance between creative and creepy. I can't help but laugh. You nailed it. I'm just glad you won't be losing any toes to the cold. It's not that cold out there. I found myself grinning again. Hanging out on the floor is fun, but Jamie's smile falters. But why can't we just text? He chuckles softly. Wow, someone's in a rush. Excuse me. I was gonna ask for your number eventually, Maria. I stick my tongue out at him. You already have my address. It's a big deal. Despite my confidence, I feel a hot flush in my cheeks. Jamie doesn't seem to notice, luckily. So you'll come see me again? It's not like I have a hectic schedule. Tch, I'll take whatever I can get. Well, now what? Tell me about yourself. What don't you know already, creep? Ah, come on. I promised that I'd tune you out whenever I could. I respect your privacy. Fine. What do you want to know? Where are you from? Violet Hill. That's far away. I needed a change of pace. And an ocean apart did that? Sort of. I wanted moving away to change me. And I'm not sure that it did. I thought I'd discover myself, and it feels like there was nothing to find. I still don't have a new direction. I decided to give him a simple answer. I came here to study and gain some independence. I never traveled before I moved here. I tried to exhale the heaviness building in my chest. It doesn't help. My parents still don't think I'm alone out here, and they're upset that I won't be home for the holidays. I wanted to spend my winter break with them, but traveling at this time of year is too expensive. I couldn't justify the cost. I missed them. They didn't want me to move away. Jamie nodded subtly. That's normal. No parents want to be an empty nester. My parents were upset when I moved across the city for work. Still, I feel terrible for putting them through this stress. We've never spent this much time apart. I want to find freedom in the city, and I'm starting to realize it wasn't my parents holding me back. Jamie purses his lips. That's tough. But I'm curious. Why'd you pick Mayfall? The history. Everything here feels older. It's strange to see a building and know that 200 years ago, someone else could stand here and look up at it too. Guess I'm used to that. How long have you been here? My family has always lived here. I study here and I work here too. It's home. I guess worked. I left the restaurant last week. I try my best to mask my astonishment but fall short. Mayfall is one of the most famous culinary destinations in the world. You worked at a restaurant? Uh-huh. Yeah, I was a chef too. That's quite impressive. I can see him grinning at me through the grate. Thank you. My stomach growls ferociously as fine dining crosses my mind. You aren't the only one, Maria. I flinch with embarrassment. He definitely heard that. Are you hungry? Yeah, I skipped lunch. He frowns dramatically. That's not good for you. You need to plan a proper meal. What are you going to make for dinner? The thought of telling Jamie what's in my cupboard sent a rush of rosy warmth to my cheeks. I'm no chef. Honestly, I'm more of an instant ramen and microwave pizza kind of girl. I'm going to need your number. Today. Why's that? I have a few recipes in mind. Don't worry. They're simple. I probably won't have the ingredients. Jamie grins eagerly. I can lend you whatever you need. Think of my phone as a customer support line. I'll walk you through it. Only if you want, of course. I invite him over? I'll invite him over. Hell yeah. Or I clear my throat audibly. Maybe you could come over and teach me? My heart! Oh my god, it's so warm and fuzzy. Oh gosh, I love it. Oh, gosh darn it. Man, the devs are way too good at what they do. God damn it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to play this for yourself, link to the game will be in the description below. And just for the record, okay, this is just a demo. There's gonna be so much more of this game coming up real soon, and I am so excited for that. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lionel, signing off. Ciao.